Hey everybody, I'm Superhero Gamer, and this is Mr. Squirrel, and today we're doing part 2 of our DC Worlds Collide podcast. Today we're going to be starting off with Section 4. The first part on the channel is over on Mr. Squirrel's page, so make sure you go over there and watch that first, and then come back to this one and watch this one. So the first thing we're going to go over is the reinforcement and meta impact. So did reinforcements have a meaningful effect on team power this season? Or the Peacemaker season?
Where do we begin with reinforcements? So the answer to that question, I think, in short, is yes. I think the long answer is also no, because it's a very convoluted and a very problematic answer because of how they treat reinforcements. So I can't talk about the reinforcement unless we talk about the event that the reinforcement is released within.
Yes, let's talk about the event. Let's talk about it.
I'm never lucky in that event, by the way. I literally have to hit every. So the way you get a reinforcement is you got there's 4 levels with what 10 panels.
The board system with panels on it. You have to do daily quests and seasonal quests to get points to unlock the board panels, and
if you don't unlock all of them, you got to pay to get that resource to do it.
Yeah.
And if you don't get to the 4th panel and unlock it, you don't get the reinforcement because it has all the points in that last one, right? And so why I say this is because at the same time, you're also unlocking the ability to get older reinforcements too, right? Because let's talk about Parallax along with the energy disruptor. I always forget. I'm like canon.
Screw ups this season. Holy cow.
So if people don't know, they had to change the energy disruptor because it was too OP in Evil Falls. And the craziest part about that is players and veteran players were like, this is going to be very problematic when you release it for Evil Falls. Just telling everybody. And what they do a week after it had gone away, they nerfed it. But that's actually why you have 600.
Beforehand, people were using the energy disruptor to go up 10 to 15 levels in Evil Falls.
Yeah, there's people at now level 40.
Yeah.
There's people at level 40 now.
There's people that maxed it out.
And I should have done that. I wasn't thinking they would nerf it. I was like, you know what? They just realized, hey, this thing is okay to be the release the way it is. And then what do you know? They released it and then they nerfed it. And it's just like, how much CC did they give us? 600.
Awesome compensation.
Oh, it was so good. You know what? I actually I got one set from it. It was, sorry, that's neither here nor there. But let's talk about this. Parallax.
Yeah.
Because Parallax is a very meta unit, right? Or meta reinforcement because he just legitimately supercharges one of your characters.
I'm pretty sure Parallax is the meta reinforcement. I don't think there's anything 100%. That really competes.
Not even close. Now that I've used the Parallax, I have him running with Mr. T on Hal Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
My Hal Jordan will do his first ult because I have my Hal Jordan built so that his second ult is meant to wipe your entire team, and it works like a charm.
Yep.
Because he'll ult on round 3, start of round 3, and he literally just wipes your entire team. I've gone up against block. I've gone up there's nothing that stops him from doing that, right? But then in retrospect, the energy disruptor, it had one purpose. One purpose. You know what that purpose was, as you very well know, Evil Falls. And so now they nerfed it. It has no purpose anymore. It's
Well, I think the original purpose was to counter Mr. T's team. That's what it looked like when I first saw it. I thought it was there to counter Mr. T's team in PvP, and it did okay doing that. Yeah, I still don't think it is great for doing that. It does slow down, but now that more people are aware that people are using the energy disruptor, people are moving their DPS to different ult rotations. So it's no longer ulting first. He's now ulting second or third, and you never know which one it's going to be. So it did deter people from one-shotting your character first round, but now it comes at turn 2 or 2 and 3.
Yeah, and also now that they buffed Jessica Cruz on the Mr. T team, I'm like, oh, you got my Hal. Okay, Well, now I'm just gonna throw. Now Jessica Cruz is just gonna wipe your entire team
Hmm.
out. Have fun with that one. It's like great. You didn't do jack diddly to.
It
Oh, and my
sounded
my
good on
Hal's
paper.
second ult.
I'll give it that. It
Yes,
sounded
yes.
good on paper, and then when we actually started playtesting it, it was good, but still kind of mediocre, you know. Um, but not only that, man. Them messing up on not having parallax in the shop. Let's talk about that.
Oh, good. After you.
So, if you guys don't know, parallax was not in the initial shop. A lot of people complained about it. They sat there and thought about it and said that they couldn't add it to the shop because there was no room in the shop to place it. So instead, they added it to the base shop. The only place they announced it was on the official Discord. And if you weren't part of the official Discord, you didn't know this happened. So a lot of people spent their tickets from the event on another reinforcement and missed out on parallax because they weren't able to, like, they just didn't have the information about parallax being in the base shop. So yeah, a lot of people got screwed over and didn't get parallax or didn't get shards for parallax. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty sure in my initial video for that event, I said that I don't understand why they didn't just add another slot to add parallax. Like, why isn't every single reinforcement in here? And it just wasn't. So anyway, they ended up putting them in the base shop. I was lucky enough to spend $40 to get it, and a lot of people missed out on it. They need to
Ditto.
not do that in the future because I'm pretty
Ditto.
sure quite a
I
few players quit because of that.
I was furious when they did that.
Hmm.
That was actually when they did that, I took a day off because I was like, you know what? I was fumingly angry because I was at 5 out of 10 and I needed to just run the event one more time and I was get the rest of the 5 and I'm like, are you kidding me? I was halfway there. And I knew someone that was at 9 out of 10. I was like, "Oh, I would have dropped the game if I was them." And you look at these decisions and you're sitting there thinking to yourself, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Hmm. Terrible decision
And
making.
here, but here it comes back to this other point about you do that and you de-incentivize people to spend money because people were going to be like, I need more of these like resources, so you're going to spend to get them to get parallax. And what did they end up doing? Not that. I just realized.
Yeah.
I was just it was probably one of, sorry, I'm adjusting my camera just ever so slightly, but it was one of, if not the absolutely I don't want to use that word, but it was a very not bright decision.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. What do you think about reinforcements being a bottleneck? Why
Um,
is it that we aren't able to just get the reinforcement off the event? Why does it have to be an
I
RNG
think
event? There's already so many different bottlenecks in the game, and I don't believe reinforcements should be one of them. I think everybody
you're
should
you're
be able to, as long as they're logging in every day and getting the currency and participating in the event, they should be getting the reinforcement. It should not
you're
be up
preaching
to
to the choir.
RNG.
You're preaching to the choir. I think here's the way I think about this. Something in a game needs to be free to play, like full free to play. That
Mm.
like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Something of your resources has to always be free to play. Has to. You cannot you cannot have everything be spend, 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 spend. Because that's not how these games work. That's not. I'm gonna use, I don't know, I play a lot of other gotcha games over the years.
Hmm.
And every game that has been successful has had one of their resources be fully free to play. Always, always. Like, I don't know if you've ever played. I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z guy,
Hmm.
and I played Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, and they release free to play characters that are
Yeah.
good. I mean, well, they've gotten a lot better, but they release these characters that are just straight free to play. Like, you just grind up the character and you get the character max ranked, everything, right?
Hmm.
And in this game,
Not only
what's
that,
free
those
to play?
characters were clearing events.
Yes, they can clear events, right? But oh, here's the craziest part, not craziest, but here's the insane part about him is that oh, you pulled the summonable unit, but these characters get better with the summonable unit. So guess what? Even if you don't like want the summonable unit, but you want to run these characters, you summon for the character.
Hmm?
Like this is where it comes back to if we think about the Peacemaker season, Peacemaker's team is heavily helped by the cannon or the energy disruptor, what the heck its name is. But now, oh, you want all the team to work perfectly. You need Peacemaker, you need Judo Master, you need Vigilante. Yeah, you need Vigilante. And then on top of it, you need to summon also or spend resources to get the energy disruptor.
Hmm? Crazy. Give
Right.
us the energy disruptor for free. You're already making it difficult for us to get the legendary character and the 2 epics that go with him. Why are we not just getting the reinforcement? Just give us the reinforcement.
Or like make it a grindable mission. Just
Not
grindable missions.
not every single piece of your game needs to be monetized.
And then also, it's like, oh, I just got this really great reinforcement. Now I want the characters that it's good with.
Well, I wouldn't even say the energy disruptor was good with
I
that
know.
team. I mean, it was clearly kind of meant for that team because they lack the super damage resistance, but so do a lot of other teams in the game.
True.
I think we only have like 2 characters that actually resist superpower
Yeah,
damage right now.
now it's what's his name? Because it's Dr. Phosphorus, right? That's the new one now. I don't
Yeah,
who's the other
Dr.
one?
P. Dr. P, and I think Red Hood also does it
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
with his synergy. Well, because nobody's built Red Hood. Oh,
Oh.
that's why not a lot of people know about it.
Fair point. I was like, he does that?
So reinforcements, man, they definitely need to fix it. Their events
Yes.
need to be more free to play friendly, especially
Oh,
with
can I
that.
ask you a question while we're on this?
Yeah,
While we're on reinforcements, can I ask you a question?
yeah.
Artifacts.
Artifacts? What about them?
What do you think about
I don't think we have enough.
them? Thank you.
I think the ones that
You
we
don't have
do
enough.
have are super impactful. But
Yeah.
when only two of your 3 teams in arena can run the good ones, and then
Mm.
your free to play options are on your 3rd team, you're almost guaranteed to lose unless you're like completely overpower whoever you're fighting. You're guaranteed to lose on that 3rd team because of
They don't release them fast
because of the
enough.
artifacts.
Yeah, they don't release them fast enough.
Oh, well, that and
There should be at least
we're
two.
not getting enough currency to upgrade them. We should be able to upgrade their what is it? Is
Oh,
it the
you mean to tell
tiers?
me
Not their ranks,
you mean to
but their
tell me
tiers.
you don't like the 100 purples needed for rank 3?
It's insane.
Tier 3, I mean?
It's insane.
All right. Isn't it? It's nuts. Like I was sitting there, I'm like,
And you're
okay,
only getting
tier
like 2 a
1.
day. Like if you're lucky, you're getting 2 a day.
You get 6 from the league shop every week.
Oh boy. When I could just be getting character shards.
I know. Is epic? I mean, guaranteed epic.
So
Oh yeah, but let's go after
so
that.
what I have noticed though is when your league starts going up in the ranks, like you'll start receiving more of the league shop currency.
Yes.
So you definitely want to find a good league. Otherwise,
Yes.
you, it's going to be a while. Like you're going to be grinding a while. You definitely need to find a
Yep.
good active league.
Yeah,
I
which
think
is
we
also very
both have
much
sections in our Discord if you guys are looking for. But
yes, 100% both of us. So if you're interested in leagues.
mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm just let's transition this. I'm sorry, I don't mean to. I
No, you're
just
fine.
this we're getting into the game direction and philosophy.
Mhm.
Oh, I want to ask you. What about the game direction?
Direction?
Yeah, the game. What are your thoughts? Like, what what do you think about? I'm looking at this. What do you think about balance? What do you think about the Brother Eye update? What do you think about just the general direction of the way they're handling these things, like the structure of the game?
Okay, so ooh. So the Brother Eye update was interesting.
Mm.
Trying to think about how I want to phrase this.
Curious.
So there was characters that obviously got a very good buff, and then there was other characters that got buffs that didn't do anything for them.
Vixen, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, Vix. Oh Jesus. Vixen just needs a whole badge rework, but we won't get into that. So obviously the standout for me is Jon Stewart. If you haven't seen Jon Stewart in PvP, you're going to. He is incredibly tanky, incredibly. He does a lot of damage as well. Like he's just a phenomenal tank now. I would say pretty close to on par with Nightwing, maybe. I know that's kind of a bold claim, but I'm almost there,
Actually,
man.
okay.
I'm almost
Sorry,
there.
sorry, sorry, sorry. I'm actually. Can I?
Go ahead.
He's gonna be better.
Oh, you think he's gonna be better?
He's gonna be. I
Oh,
think he's gonna be.
with the lantern synergy, you think?
I think once we get a lantern synergy, um, because here's the kicker. Because he's gonna have 4 rounds of free ults.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's gonna start with 100% shield. And here's the other thing that I want people to note. He is a complete counter to Judo Master's team. Like he full on counters that entire team with his badge 30 because he ults at the beginning of the fight. They all go after him. Then he counters all of them with weaken and exhaust. And then because they're all hitting him, he goes straight back to 10 weakness insight stacks. And then he'll ult the second he gets off of that. Because they'll do all this damage to him, and then he just life steals right back up. Nightwing can't do that. Nightwing does not have that kind of playmaking ability.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
well, he does do some counter damage. Like Nightwing's still solid. He hasn't fallen off. He's probably not going to for a very, very long time unless they just start pumping out crazy characters. But I have been looking at the Shield team, having Jon Stewart as the main tank, having Lex as your off tank, shields for days, damage reduction. Shields also take reduced superpower damage. I honestly think they could be a counter to superpower damage teams. Yeah, Jon Stewart was definitely the standout for me for the Brother Eye update. The other notable mentions were Mr. T getting adjusted to where his debuffs are no longer going off into the air, but actually attaching to somebody. And I really can't think of anybody else that I guess some of Bizarro's changes were okay. Starfire is a little bit more viable now, but
okay, I was going to ask you about Starfire.
Yeah, she's not amazing, but still usable. Like I just did a whole tier list on this, but yeah, so definitely Jon Stewart was the standout. Did you have any standouts besides Jon Stewart?
Okay, so this is a weird one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where you're at, but for players that are in the 40s right now, I'm going to talk about this character a little bit. I got feedback that someone said that the characters in the game, the NPC, like the non-playable version of the characters, like the NPC characters, didn't get buffed. They did, actually.
Yeah, they did.
So, yep. And for people that don't know, Chapter 48, you fight very regularly Jessica Cruz now.
Yeah, I don't like Jessica.
She's annoying. See,
I don't like Jessica.
Okay. Here's the thing on the Mr. T team. So there was an issue I was running into the Mr. T team. I wasn't doing enough damage, right? Not enough damage. Sorry. I was. There's like a weird way the ults will work out. Like I don't really want, what's his name, Guy ulting. I don't really feel like I need him to ult, and I don't really feel like I ever need Superman to ult. If it's a burn team, very different story.
Well, then you run your Superman like super tanky, don't you?
I do. So my Superman has like something like 1.5 mil HP.
Okay.
Yeah, I run him.
As to why you don't want him to ult then.
Yeah, I don't need him ulting because he just gets all his HP back because he's badge 30, right?
So you let your lanterns do all the damage.
Yes, which is why Hal and then Hal will ult, and then when Hal can't ult, Jess is ulting. Okay. So on this specific team, it works like so I have this really crazy theory that I think I might actually test out.
Mm-hmm.
Is putting the Krona's artifact on Jessica Cruz on a lantern team, because then what's going to end up happening is then she's going to be ulting like crazy and giving all of that damage reduction on top of the weakness insight that John's giving them. Your lantern team could be sitting at something like 40 to 50% flat damage reduction.
Yeah, I think the lantern / shield team, I guess you could call them that, is very slept on right now. I think I don't think a lot of people have the characters to build it, but I do think it could work very, very well if anybody is planning on
I
playtesting
have it.
again.
I have a video coming out in the next week. I have to finish it. I'm getting John to badge 30. I'm saving these badge materials because I'm gonna just so people know where I'm at. I don't know if I'm gonna release it just yet because I'm saving all the badge materials because I'm trying to see what happens if we get a new synergy for the lanterns. Then I'm gonna go full on John. If it doesn't, I'm going all into Penguin because Penguin's badge 30 is legitimately for a poison team outlandish.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is I know Penguin's going to be super strong, but I think there's other mighty characters that need their badge 30 first.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, 100%. I he is who in your opinion who is the character that needs their badge 30 the most?
For red, Wonder Woman.
Interesting. You know
Wonder
who I
Woman
was
needs
gonna
her
say?
badge 30.
Really? Okay,
Hmm.
I can see that. You know who mine is? DCU Superman.
As a first badge 30,
Because of how tanky he becomes.
but like if it's
Mr.
your
Team.
first character that you're going to badge 30 as a
Mm,
mighty, is it Superman or is
oh
it
no,
Wonder Woman?
I would okay, actually, so because my first team was Mr. T's team, right?
Yeah.
Mine was actually Hal Jordan.
Okay. Hal's
Because he
not a
gets
bad
so much
choice.
damage.
Yeah, he does a
Yeah, he
butt ton
gets
of damage at badge
so much.
30. Yeah.
Oh
I
my
still
god.
think so. The thing is Wonder Woman is so important for the end game just because of the things that you can do with her that she has to be
Yeah,
your
the stunning.
first. Yeah, she has to be your first badge. At least in my opinion, she has to be the first mighty character that you take to 30. Everybody else
I
can
would
wait.
say I don't know if I fully agree, but I
Hmm.
get where you know what I mean? Like not agree to disagree. I get where you're coming from. Also just depends on the teams you're running.
Right.
Um, like if I didn't have Blue Beetle on my block team, then I would 100% agree with you on Wonder Woman because I actually would throw Wonder Woman on the block team.
Okay. I'm just saying for end game content, like he
Yeah, I could see
is
that though.
absolutely needed to get like max
She
points on
does
a
a lot of
lot of
damage.
different things.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of AoE stuff you need, and she is gonna. And also, let's just be real. Story gets very hard later in the game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Once you get to three, like two teams was kind of tough, but once you get to three
Mhm.
teams, like you better be freaking ready because if not, you're gonna be hard stuck for a while.
That's where I see a lot of people because, like, right now, I see a lot of people, like a lot of people in like chapter like 48. I think 48 is gonna. I will just tell everyone 48 is where you're gonna hit a roadblock,
Well, I think you're getting close
because
to the end of story. Like you're
I am
gonna.
at
I think
65.
so. The very last episode for the story is basically unbeatable.
Yeah, it's there's only hyper whales have gotten there.
Yeah, but
Because I
like they,
know
they
what's
can't
his
clear
name.
it is what I'm saying. Like the
Yeah,
the power spike is so high that you're not able to clear it.
yeah, and that's also. I mean, if we come back to philosophy, I think that's also another issue at hand right now. I
Hmm.
think, like, I think a lot of players like I look at my guild and I usually like to use my league not guild league as a way of thinking where are higher end players kind of sitting, and a lot of my league is sitting in the 40s right now, right? And questions that come into play is why did the what is the, remember you get gems based on like the chapters you're completing? I'm like, why did that stop at 40?
Yeah, so the purchasable one, is that what you're talking about?
That thing,
The
yeah, where you get like 80, like you get a ton of crystals. It's
Yeah,
like
you get like
16,000 crystals.
16,000 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that ends in 40. Um, there is like the story kind of just stops too in 40. Like there's not that much stuff anymore. Um, there is like it just feels like you hit 40 and it's just kind of like there's nothing there. Like it felt like up until 40, like 44-3, I felt like there was something I was working towards, right?
Hmm.
And then I passed 44-3 and I felt like there's nothing left. And it's just kind of like I'm just
Well, there's
not
still
doing
left. I
much.
mean, you got it.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're getting
65.
close to level 300. You're getting
Yep,
close
I
to
have one 300 right now.
Yeah, so once you get to 300, you're basically going to start building teams for the specific game modes and characters for
Yep.
specific game modes, things like that. But like there is basically no end game at this point. The only thing you're doing is PvPing, league challenge, and trying to
Yep.
get a high score in Evil Falls bosses. That is our end game right now. Like I'm just being honest.
And I guess my question for you is, we think about the direction of all of this.
Hmm.
What you're in, if we think about like future and where the game is at, what do you think is like what is the big what is priority numero uno for you?
As far as like
The
end game
game.
activities.
Yeah, let's start with this. We'll say end game, and then we'll kind of take that more generally speaking.
Okay, so I definitely think there needs. I know they've already discussed it, but I think there definitely needs to be a league versus league mode. It keeps things
Mm.
interesting, keeps people trying to improve and get their power up, trying out different teams and things like that. So that needs to be a thing. We also need like a tower system, similar like a lot of the other games have. We need a tower system to earn rewards, and whoever climbs the highest, gets good like maxed out rewards or whatever. But there needs to be some type of like tower system. Maybe they do a watchtower thing where we climb the watchtower, and I don't know, something like that. But we need more, like going future. I want to see more end game modes because um, we're July, August, September, October. So we're about 5 months in at this point. I'd say by the year mark, they need to have at least two end game modes for people to stay active in the game. Because if when the free to play players start getting to end game and there's nothing for them to do except for logging in and doing dailies and logging the hell off, they're not going to stay.
You know. So one thing I think I like is, now that we're getting to the end game of this game, and we're reaching the end of the story, which is chapter 65, which they also just need to add more levels,
Hmm.
add more
Well, I'm
chapters. I
sure they
don't know
will.
why.
I'm sure
Right.
they will.
One thing that I really liked last season, and I wasn't mad at it, and I actually think they should just do it again, but leave it up the whole freaking season, is that what was that challenge event that they left, right? Where you kill off one character or whatever it is.
Oh no, don't
Now that
bring
we're
that back.
getting more, but here's the thing. That encourages you to build a lot of characters, right?
Yeah,
Why
but
aren't they leaving it up whole season? It
free
was up for 4 freaking days. Make it a returning event that's up for two, like, forever, and we can continue to get those rewards.
the problem with that specifically is
Mm.
that tower was too difficult.
100%. I'm not arguing about it, but I'm just saying, like, something like that, right? Like, leave that up for the full season. Make it so that, like, I don't, or you know what, an easy fix to that was? At the end of the 5 levels, you get a revive. Like, you revive all the characters, but you have to make it to the last stage. You know how, like, everything, like, because then you're encouraged to build more characters, you have more teams, blah 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 blah.
I think they should do something where it involves. So they want you to build three teams. It's pretty obvious
Right.
through Elite Arena and Campaign that they want you to build three teams. So an end game mode would be, in my opinion, a cool end game mode would be a tower system where the three teams will rotate. The three teams that you need to run would rotate on, I don't know, like a monthly to bi-month or bi-weekly basis or something. Um, and basically you would use those teams to climb the tower and lock resources, things like that. I think that would be a great game, and it would encourage people to build more teams. Because I mean, if you don't really care about building out new teams and testing them out and playing with them, like you're probably only going to build three teams until the next meta team comes around, and then
Mhm.
that's it. Um,
I agree. I also, game I really I like horde modes. I'm a huge, like, in Call of Duty. I haven't played Call of Duty in, like, God knows how long. I just can't keep up with those games anymore. Um, but, like, I love horde modes. And one thing I actually really like is the first stage in League. I mean, granted, I use a cheat code by using Guy Gardner with Cronus, and he has a cheat code to that.
oh,
You
that's
can
the
just
only
use
character you have
the.
to build for parademons. You don't
I
you don't
love
build
the
anybody else. You just max out
you
guy. You win
you max out
parademons.
Guy, and he just kills everything.
Yeah.
He's like, it's really funny. Um, but I think I agree with everything. I want a tower. And I don't think this is that hard. And I think I'm like, why is it only open for 5 days? Why are we doing these like FOMO events that are not in like I was just sitting there like, why is this up for 5 days? Why five? Like, let me test out different things. Let me try different strategies, right? Like, it just, how hard is it to make a tower? Is my point. You just run the same structure that they did right there, and they run a tower.
Yeah.
And this isn't anything super complicated. This is like, and we get the same, like, eighth metals, nth metal, eighth,
It's
is it
eighth.
nth? It's nth.
It's eighth in
Eighth.
the game. It's nth in the
Okay.
comics. It's eighth in the game.
And I was like, wait, isn't it? Never mind.
Idiots.
I was like, wait a minute. Why is my brain going to right? Um, why is it we're making these decisions that doesn't encourage spending?
hmm
Because then you're like, well, I'm so close. If I summon for Swamp Thing, I'll have another tank.
I don't think they need to encourage spending. I think that's what's driving the player
No,
base away. They need to cut back on the monetization,
oh,
give us more
100% I
time to
argue with
collect
that.
resources and things like. I don't want any more If they add any more monetization to this game,
Oh
like
God, no.
it's
Have the
dead.
dollar
It's
deal
just gonna
back, by the
die.
way.
The only people that are gonna play are the people that are gonna spend thousands of dollars to max shit out. Like, sorry, I'm getting a little flustered by
No,
it,
no, no, you're
but
good. I mean, that's actually, I think that's a whole point that I think when we talk about game philosophy and game
like
direction, I agree with you.
when they redid the whole store, like I was frustrated. I was like, bro, we got characters that have been bugged since the release of the game, and you decided to spend your free time restructuring the store so you could milk more money out of people. Why?
I mean, I'm not arguing with that. And also, here's my biggest thing. Why did they take the dollar deal away?
Yeah, yeah, the dollar deal. I mean, granted, you can spend $3 to get those,
Yeah, but I
but it's
mean,
only
it's
three
because of the
times a
wish.
week. Yeah,
Yeah, and then because they're removing the ability to get a wish, right? They wanted to make getting wishes harder. And it's just like I guarantee you, so if we're talking about this, so people know, and I was gonna I was literally about to call you Peacemaker. Um sorry, superhero. We were talking about this before the video started. So if people don't know, Sensor Tower just released their data. Game made $600,000. This, but that's again, that's based on mobile. We don't know how much they're making off the store. It's probably a little bit more than that. I would imagine maybe because whales, I guarantee, are spending on the store. They're not going to spend via the
So just
in-game.
to be clear, it's
Yeah.
the consensus data is just from the App Store, or is it from?
Yes, it's just from Google and it's from iOS. It's
Okay,
just from Google and iOS.
because
Yeah,
if
Sensor
you guys
only
don't
collects.
know, you can get more. You can get more for your money just buying off DC Worlds Collide website.
Yes, they have like sales. Like if like I will be very transparent with people because I need to spend money so that I can be a content creator in this
Yeah,
game. Like just so
that,
everybody knows, there's no way I can pick as many characters as I am picking up without spending a little bit here and there.
yeah.
You know what I do every
There's
month?
barely any
I have
people that
like
are
a
going to accounts like us,
yeah.
unless
That's my
they're
point.
spending money.
Yes, yes. Like I do not hide that from anyone, but that's also content creator here. I usually every month will go and I'll spend like $100 and I will buy one of those $100 um things because it's like I get $115. So I'm getting like a free $15. And then I buy like $3 here, but I always try to keep the wish going because the wish gives you so much good stuff, right?
Mhm.
Um
Which
but
is amazing.
so wish is amazing. It gives you so much good stuff. But then we have to come back to this point. Why did they get rid of the dollar? You're literally telling a dolphin, don't spend money.
hmm
Because you know what those dolphins are doing? They're going to sit there and say, you know what they're going to say to us? They're going to say, then I'm just not going to spend money.
Yeah, they're going to go spend
All right.
their dollar on Primo gems in Genshin Impact.
Or they're gonna open Chaos Zero Nightmare up and they're gonna say, hey, this is $5 for a month pack and
Oh
I get
yeah,
20 summons for five
they
bucks,
got good
which
monetization
is like,
there, bud.
oh, I'm just sitting here like, you mean to tell me I don't need to drop $50 for a 5-star epic? Ah.
But it's also the
But
honeymoon phase of that game, so things could change. But
that's true too. Yeah. I
um,
would agree. Honeymoon phases are interesting, but yeah.
all right. So
What are your thoughts? I'm sorry. So let me ask you this though.
mhm.
I wanted, as you brought this up, if we talk about this game's direction, right? And I think this is for me. I think and we talked about this before we hopped on the call. Um, I'm genuinely very frustrated with the game right now. And not from a gameplay standpoint. I want to make that absolutely clear to everybody. I think the gameplay wise for what it is very good. I think there's like a weight to it that I really resonate with.
Hmm.
Um, that like I feel like when Superman hits, like when I see Superman like do his laser, like OG Superman, Tank Superman, do his laser vision and the AOE like burn, like my brain's just like, ooh, it's gonna hit. Like there's something fun about that feeling, right? And I think that they like the character kit, like the feel of the characters, like when Swamp Thing heals your whole team up or whatever it is, like I feel it feels good, right? But then I open the store up and I just want to close the game.
Yeah. Yeah. 100% agree.
Right? Like then I'm like, okay, I gotta get artifacts, reinforcements, characters, badges, equipment.
Well,
It's just like
I did the math on it like not too long ago, but like to max out a character's badge, you have to spend like $500.
and
Like,
that
and
now mind you,
that's from 0 to 30. Like, you have to spend
yes,
five hundred
let's
dollars
not
to
get
max
into
out that badge,
40.
huh?
What off? And then would you add 40
Oh,
to that? It
nobody's
bumps up to
ever
about
going to 40.
1,500.
Nobody's ever going to 40. It's
One of my people on my friend list, one of the whales has a couple 40s.
yeah, that guy. Okay, that's insane.
I'm just saying, I got a friend that
I
has
feel
a
like
couple
those
40s.
badge materials could be used elsewhere, but if he's got the money, go
I,
for it, bud.
right?
So overall, how do you feel like the season has pushed DC Worlds Collide forward, or are we like stagnant right now?
We're stagnant. We're 100% stagnant.
Yeah.
Um, I here's the craziest thing in the world. Do you know what I think was the hypest thing about last season? Aquaman.
Aquaman, yeah, yeah, you hyped him up pretty good.
But I mean, at the same time, here's the reason I was hyped for him. It wasn't because of Aquaman being Aquaman. It was because, unlike Peacemaker and Vigilante and Judo Master, I didn't need to summon for all three of those little bleepers to make him work. I needed the characters I already had in my account to make him work. For me, that's exciting.
Yeah,
Right? Like it's a new way to play the game. And he made sacrifice, like, and then they changed Constantine
yeah,
and
really
then
nice.
right, like Constantine plus Constantine, Aquaman, Mara, and Pandora.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the best teams in the game right now.
Uh,
Well, next to Block gets just they get destroyed by Block. By the way,
I don't. I think they lose to Burn too, don't they?
here's the thing: they remove the burn
If they can survive long
because of
enough.
constant. But here's the thing: it's if you have a fast team, I've actually not had issues because you will get the burn off too fast.
Okay.
Um, because what ends up happening is because of the change to Constantine, you are always procking Pandora's elite team, rank 10 team synergy. So there's no debuff that stays on your team ever. It's just gone. That's where I think it kind of insane in the way that interaction happens now
Hmm.
is that as and then if you running what's his name Martian Manhunter, that team is constantly sitting at immense amounts of damage reduction.
So
So
have you ran into a Superboy at badge 30 yet?
okay, I will say this: he destroyed my block team.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Burn's
Mr.
one of
T,
those one turn teams,
yes,
or
I will
it
agree with
can
that.
be. Yeah.
Yes, Superboy is so counter. I think is going an under the radar mechanic in this game. Counter this. There's a reason I hate Superboy, and there's a reason I hate Ocean Master. Because they'll just end up.
Hmm.
I think there's something going on with the bugs and the counterattacks because what's ending up happening right now. I think if you have like poison procking, it will trigger counterattack.
Really?
So I had this weird interaction a little while ago. I was playing with poison on block, right? Because I don't have really the team for the poison team. And for some reason, I couldn't figure it out. Ocean Master kept counterattacking Ivy. And I'm like, why is he constantly counterattacking her? Like,
Is it doing
why?
the dot damage? Like it's counting as an attack?
I don't know.
Hmm. Okay. That's
It was
interesting.
very weird. It was like I'm like, why is he counterattacking so much? Like I'm not even hitting. Like he was just sitting there. Like their team would go and then I'm getting counterattacked. It's in my Ivy video, I think it is. And
Let me
they're
have to
my
look.
team's just getting counterattacked. I'm like, why? What is happening here? No, I don't know. But the moral of the story is I I like see this is these conversations like, oh, but burn, but this is fun to me.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
this
This gets
is
my
the
rocks
meat.
off.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good way to say that. But then we run into this bigger issue is that we're bogged down by monetization. We're more like, well, great, I open up the store and it's like, well, the store just gave me the big FU. So
Well,
then
that
I'm
and
like, I'm
lack of
closing the game.
playtesting. We don't have playtesting, so we can't test the full potential of teams against other full potential teams, which I mean, the only thing we can go off of is what people who have been playing since the alpha have told us. And
Yeah.
I mean, they honestly, I mean, I want to say that they're truthful, but they could honestly be lying about a lot of stuff. Like
Yeah.
we just don't know because we're not there. So we have to
Yeah,
kind of
and
take
here's the
their word
thing.
for it.
Here's the thing. So people were telling me I was crazy for running the shield team when I was running the shield team, right? And like, oh, it's never
You
gonna
ran the
work.
shield team?
I ran the shield team when I started the game because I love Lex
Oh,
Luthor. And then, and when the Superfan pack came out, I picked up Hal Jordan. Everyone said I was nuts and that Hal Jordan sucked.
hmm.
And then they released Mr. T. And I was like, I think I win.
Yep.
And do you know what I mean? And
You
so I'm
definitely
not
won
trying to
there.
knock players. Yeah, right. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, whoa, I predicted that pretty well. That was full on. Just I liked Hal
Just
Jordan.
luck.
I
You were
thought it
like,
was
oh, I love
fun.
Hal. I'm
I
picking
was
him.
so lucky. Like,
See,
I'm not gonna even lie to
I
people.
picked Lex like an idiot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Someone,
because
one of my,
all the old content creators said Lex was the best tank in the game, and so I was like, oh, okay,
yes,
cool.
right?
So I picked him up, and then come to find out, he also had a fusion event going on, which I didn't know about, or not a
Hmm.
fusion event, but he's in the fusion,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I didn't know about that. And then come to find out, he was nerfed like 2 months before release of the game, and
Yeah,
is no
his ult used to always
longer
be two.
like super viable. Like he's still good, don't get me wrong, but like he's not
That
as good
ult
as he used to
increased.
be. Like he used to have an ult at a 2 cost for the entire game, and he would just continuously give shield, and now he just doesn't do that anymore
I don't know why they nerfed that.
because it was so overpowered that nobody was beating them.
Yeah, but here's the thing: block. They didn't nerf block.
It wasn't as oppressive as Lex.
Maybe I have a shield bias.
Well,
Um,
Lex is just crazy, or he was. He's
he
not anymore.
he
But
was crazy, and I think it's because of how much his kit was actually doing. But I think also the problem with Lex is his team synergy rank 3 is absolutely it's a
it's
PvP centric
good.
one.
Well, 12% damage reduction is pretty good,
No, no,
and then
no. But it's only
it counters
it's
sacrifice.
it does. But the problem again, I'm very much like I hate very conditional
Hmm.
team synergies. Like I like Mr. T synergy. I like block synergy. I like Judo Master synergy. Synergies that just work no matter what. Like as good as I think Weasel synergy is crazy now, by the way. But my issue with the Weasel synergy is it does nothing if you're not up against shields. You know what I mean?
Right. It's too niche. It's very
Yes.
situational. There's quite a
So
few characters and teams that are really situational, but are also going to be needed at endgame because they're situational because you have to use them against certain things. So like I always
yeah.
tell people like if you're going to build you're going to build your first 3 teams, once you build your first 3 teams, then you can focus on all the niche characters you're going to need for endgame. And then you win.
Yeah, I mean that, but then we come back to that's like a resource issue that this game is
Mhm.
absolutely running into, which is you can't do all that. Like they don't give, and then this it comes back to a point that I don't think we talk about enough is leveling up the chapters. They don't level up your resources enough.
No, not at all. I think when we first started, they changed
They
it to
did.
where higher levels would give you less titanium but more gold, and I was just like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you just buff at all? Like,
Yeah. Well,
you want your end game players
that's
to stock up on resources. Like,
yep.
that's the whole point of
And I
getting to
mean,
end game super fast.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that it comes back to. The direction of this game is there's short-term gains that's hurting long-term gains. And I think they really, and I mean, I want to emphasize this point. Like I look at like companies like, Hoyoverse, right?
Hmm.
They When you invest in the game will invest back in you, right? Like if they are actually semi player base, I think we then create a company that is like, and I want to emphasize this point that you can make long term gains,
Hmm.
right? Like Genshin Impact, it's making so much more money than it costs to make. That
Okay.
like it's astronomical.
Well, so think about this, right? Have you played Marvel Strike Force?
Yes, I did. I
Okay.
actually stopped playing it years ago when the company got bought out. Like it was like one bought out the other, and then it kept bouncing
Right.
around to
So
different companies. I was like, "F that, I'm done."
so basically, I want to say since that game's released, it's been in the top 20 games on Google Play for its entire lifespan.
Yep.
And the reason I'm pretty sure the reason for this is because they just give you characters. Like you just get characters. You don't have to spend any money in the game unless you're trying to compete in something. They just give you everything you need. The only thing is
Yes.
it does take a while to build up characters and things like that, but
Yes.
you are getting like you never have to worry about getting characters. As long as you're participating and doing things, you're getting the characters.
Yeah, there is something. The reason I left that game was actually years ago when there was like a Red Star update. I don't know if you knew
Hmm.
about this
Yeah.
Red Star. I That pushed me over the because it was RNG. That game went through, I think, what also because there wasn't a lot of competition at the time too
Hmm.
when it came out. I think the other issue at hand is that it was the only game of its kind at
Right.
that time, and it had no competition. But it went through a lot of growing pains.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
But look at where it's
and
at
I
now.
actually think,
It's in a
yeah.
great state.
I mean, well, I've also heard that people are dropping it. Like they're not people don't. I don't know. It's really depends on who you ask, right?
Well, it's one of those
Uh,
games where you like love hate. You know,
Either you
it's
love it
with
or you hate
it's with
it,
any game.
right?
You play it for too long, you start hating it. You know.
Here's a game that I think we can compare this game to: Marvel Mystic Mayhem.
No, we can't.
Why not?
Marvel Mystic Mayhem's terrible.
Ah!
It's terrible.
Well, I'm
Who
talking
thought
about
it was a good idea to
monetization.
release the Fantastic Four and then only allow you to use three of them on a team?
Very valid. But what do I want to get at? The reason people left Marvel Mystic Mayhem was because of its greed.
Oh, really? The monetization was bad, huh?
Oh, monetization is absolutely god awful in that game. Like this game, it came out really close to this
Uh-huh.
game. Like they were within
A couple weeks of each other,
weeks
I'm
of
pretty
each
sure.
other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was thinking about making content on
I
Marvel
tried
Mystic
it.
Mayhem. I played it for like a week, and I was like, dude, I hate how this game plays. So I just didn't play it.
I didn't mind it, but then I started sitting there playing it and I was like, I just spent 15 minutes going through this level and I got less than like a tenth of a like a single summon. I'm like,
Well, not only that, but
nah, I'm good.
it was like this is supposed to be a hero collector game, but yet you're only allowing me to use three characters at a time. Like if
Yeah.
I'm playing a hero collector game, I want to use as many characters as I can as possible. And usually typically it's about five characters.
Yes. And that the difficulty scaling, which my concern when we apply that theory to this game is like we're running into kind of the same issues. And
Hmm.
I feel like this game gained a lot of popularity in the first couple weeks because it was actually pretty generous in the first couple weeks. They gave you a like 7-star Constantine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, like this game's honeymoon period, they did it well. I will admit. I think that they did the honeymoon period generally pretty well. And then it just falls off like a cliff. And then they're like, yeah, guess what? We're not giving you anything anymore. And it's just like, if you want, like, I always come back to that have you ever heard the parable where it's like the getting the man's coat off? You had the sun versus the wind,
Mm-mm.
and the wind kept blowing. Okay, so the parable is like the sun and the wind had a bet, and they said who can get a man's coat off faster, right? So the wind blew and blew and blew and blew and blew, and the man actually just ended up holding his coat tighter and tighter, and the sun just warmed everything up, and this man just naturally took the coat off, right? And I think that is an analogy for how monetization is approached by these companies, is that I'm going to make you want to spend more and more and more and more, when in reality, if you want someone to actually spend, you create an environment where they want to, and they want to support the game.
Yeah. So what I've noticed, so I play Epic 7 on the side, and I don't do content on it or nothing. I just play for fun.
Mm,
But what I've noticed is if you save your resources long enough, you basically can get every single character in the game.
mm,
Like you don't summon on every single banner, but you summon on like the event banners and things like that, and you
yeah,
basically in those banners you get every single character for free. The only thing that's really difficult in that game is gearing out characters. But other than that, like there's no gates. Like the game is
yeah,
open. As soon as you start playing, you can do all the content. They give you all these
yeah,
characters for free. They let you build out the characters. They give you the first month you get like extra resources and stuff to do everything. Like so, yeah, like DC Worlds Collide has to do something because they're, in my opinion, they're not doing the correct things to keep their player base.
yeah. I mean, I can't emphasize that enough. Like, you're gonna have your whales that are gonna spend, and you need to make an environment where they want to spend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
you
here's the
have to
thing.
show them, you have to show your community love, and then when you show your community love, they show you love by giving you money. Like
Yes, that's
it's
just
pretty
how this
simple.
works.
You got to think of it as like if you're my employer, how do you get me to work harder? Well, will you give me a raise, or you give me more things, or uh, you make my life nice, so I make your life nice. I mean,
Yes,
it's it's basically just human decency, and it just works for
it,
you.
it-
Like it works
it's
for you.
like
You treat people like
anything.
people, and then they treat you like you're a business. Great.
Everything is a relationship.
Yeah.
Everything. It's social relationships. There's romantic relationships.
Mm-hmm.
There's whatever, right? Everything is a relationship. You cannot just take. You have to give.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that. If all you're doing is taking, then people will leave.
Yes. And then I think that's exactly what
Yep.
DC Worlds Collide is doing at this moment. Is they're taking and not giving.
And I think if they want to flip the script per se, they've got to start just giving a lot.
Yeah.
I,
Oh,
I I'm I there's no other way to describe this than, if you want people to spend money, you got to be the sun. And they're not. They're being the wind right now, and they will, and unfortunately, we see this in the what's happening to how much money this game is making. It's not. It's making half
yeah.
of what a quarter of what it was making,
At the
when it's, or a
release.
third of what it's making release.
Yeah.
And that is solely not because of the characters. That is because of their monetization strategies.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
It is truly unfortunate. And the thing is, though, it's all them doing. It's all on them for doing it. Like, this is totally fixable, actually,
Mm-hmm.
if they just say, "Okay, what would it hurt them to give everyone a single copy of Cheshire and Dr. Poison?"
That would hurt them a lot, though.
Would it?
I think it would. I think.
But here's let me ask you this. Let me ask you. We'll conclude with this point. Imagine, hear me out. If you did all the events, like they had like a reward or like a mission system, and if you did everything, you get the team synergy character one copy free. You don't get Dr. Poison, you get Cheshire. Now, you say that, and then guess who wants to summon Swamp Thing? Everyone.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not bad.
Everyone. Right? You give, it's like, imagine the Batmobile, right? Like, you get the same thing with the Batmobile. You got all these things. There's a lot you got to go through, but you do that in this game, and you give away one copy.
Give us those events.
Right.
Give us
Just,
give us that
but then,
event. Give us the tower. Give us some end game
but then you make
activities.
people want to log in.
Instead of just doing dailies and then getting off for the rest of the day.
Like, this is not hard to do.
Yeah. Okay,
This is not
so
hard. Yeah, sorry.
sorry. So the next Brother Eye update. What do you want to
Oh,
see out
good
of the
question.
next Brother Eye update? Because the
Oh,
the
this is
Brother
a
Eye
good
update,
question.
if everybody doesn't know, the Brother Eye update is when they do
Ugh.
like their big character reworks or their big in-game
Oh.
changes. What do you, Mr. Squirrel, want to see in the next Brother Eye update?
Oh no, no. This is gonna be such a sarcastic question. Oh, I have a sorry. I knew you were gonna ask me this, so I have a sarcastic response. Fix the bugs.
Yeah, yeah. Fix the bug
I
characters,
mean,
please.
yes, fix the bugs. I'm actually in terms of the characters of this game, and I'm gonna say this. I'm actually okay with the characters. I think overall they do a pretty decent job with
Same,
character designs.
same.
Um, I want monetization fixed, and I want bug fixes more than anything else. Get those two things. Like I want like a Brother Eye update for how they're handling the overall quality of life of the game. Give me a
Yes.
Brother Eye update for the game.
Mm-hmm.
Not I like the characters. I don't think there's a character in this game right now. Honestly, I think the Brother Eye update brought most characters. I mean, besides Vixen. Um, I'm trying to think of a character off the top of my head. Maybe I mean
Creature
maybe
Commandos.
fair enough. They need another Brother Eye update. Um, there's one-offs, but at the same time, these games, there's good and bad characters. Unfortunately, that's just kind of the way it is.
Yeah,
Um,
it's always the
I
case.
want a brother. Yeah, right. Like, unfortunately, there's going to be good characters and there's going to be bad characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way it is. And they honestly changed. Like, Mara was not good before this, and then
He's okay now.
yeah, but I mean, when you pair her with Aquaman,
Yeah, well, the problem I have with Aquaman is he needs Mara. Otherwise, you just don't
yeah,
get the full kit, you know. But
yeah, but then but his kid is like leader. His kid is like team synergies in
yeah,
it.
I think
You're like,
I think his kit is overall really good. But the problem is like that should
he needs a lot.
he should have had a different type of bonus effect when paired with Mara, and it should have been optional. It shouldn't have been you need to pair him with Mara to get full activation of his. I think that was a really bad idea in terms of like designing a character.
Hmm.
Granted, if
Okay.
you're running the sacrifice team, like they're always going to be together, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you wanted
Mhm.
to slot Aquaman somewhere else, or you want to use him for a different game mode on a different team, it's going to be
Mm,
you're just not getting the full Aquaman.
mm.
You're not getting the Zebel armor
Okay,
for him that's going to make him tankier. You're not getting um, the
I see what you're saying.
the recuperation when Mara does her first attack. Like you're not getting all of that.
I have a hot take.
Go ahead.
Like it.
You like it?
I do. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because it incentivizes you to build other characters that were not originally like. Otherwise, I don't want to run Mara.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so for me, and like again, this could be a total hot take. Probably is a hot take. I actually really like it. Like, imagine they create a character. I'm trying to think of someone else that they might do this for, right? Um, who would be another? I'm trying to think of a pair. Harley. Imagine they release like a Harley
And a
and
Joker
Joker. Yeah.
and pair together.
And that could be something, yeah. And like it encourages kind of like a pairing in a way that would really kind of want you to run characters that maybe aren't the best characters in the world,
Hmm.
right? So like for instance, but there's also subtle ways and in ways that are not like right now, Penguin. Penguin was garbage before this. Like it doesn't matter if he was ranked 30 or not. I mean, well, hear me out. What I mean by garbage is they didn't have enough poison. They
Yeah,
didn't have enough
he didn't have a
ability to
team.
inflict. That's my point.
Hmm.
When I said garbage, it wasn't that he was bad, it's that
Hmm.
there wasn't enough there to make him who's full effect.
Right.
But now that we've even got like now that you have poison, I mean poison ivy, penguin and swamp thing, just them alone
Hmm.
is pretty nutty actually. And it's only gonna get nuttier when we think about, and I think that's one way to do it. And then I think there's another way of just making a character need another character, right? Like Mara, because then you're forcing this character to want to be used. And I think that's okay too. But at the same time, that might be just a hot take.
Well, so
As long as
I guess my problem with that is like, what if the character? So Aquaman, I guess, is considered S to A tier, depending on who you ask.
Hmm.
Um,
S2
yeah.
here.
So
Sorry.
like, just depending on who you ask, because I know
Yes.
there's people that'll argue both sides for it. So,
Hmm.
but to pair him up with with his full kit, and then having a character like Mara, who could be argued as a B tier, uh, probably
Hmm.
fits more like a
I
C
wouldn't.
tier to
Not
me.
even gonna argue that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The problem with that is like you're sacrificing well, you're not sacrificing, but you're using a really good slot in your team for an S tier, but then you're also sacrificing something on that other on as another slot on your team for a character that's not very good.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue with that. I think one thing that they could have alleviated that is she should have been able to be anywhere on the team.
Hmm.
I think if they allowed her to be in the back, that would have actually helped.
Right.
Um, I don't think the right play was to say she has to be right next to him. I think that's actually slightly problematic.
Well, I've seen people at this
Um,
point starting to slot Aquaman in the back as a support and using Mara in the
and
back.
I totally get that.
That's what
I
I've
get
been
that
seeing
too.
lately. Because uh,
You know where that
he's
actually works really well? Block
Peacemaker.
team.
Oh, I can see that.
Because here's what you do: you slot them in the back, and then you put Nightwing in the front, and then you can slot another tank, and then you just actually run them very tanky or very like damagey because of how
Yeah, you
much
just throw them
strong
all in
attack is
block gear,
going
huh?
on. Uh-huh. Actually, here's a crazy take that I'm actually thinking about doing. Long-term investment. I actually think Mara and now again might be a crazy hot take. Aquaman and Mara are gonna actually replace Nightwing and Blue Beetle on the block team. You put Constantine in the back, and then you just have what's his name? Bloodsport.
With a strong
And that
attack.
procs and that triggers
Damn it.
the synergy of Ocean Master, and
I'm
that's
saying it.
actually long term. That's long term what I'm actually going to do when I'm thinking about consolidating my teams together, because then I think Sacrifice is going to get. I think when I look at the Sacrifice team, I actually think Pandora is the weakest link on that team.
Really?
Which, when the leader. So hear me out. Hear me out. It's because the issue I run into is that interaction again with block and shields, because you want to run block. The more I'm playing Aquaman,
Oh yeah.
you want him to be slow
Yeah.
and
Well,
badge 30, because then he's
hmm
always got that
hmm
the school of fish up at all times, right?
Yeah, it was
And
funny because when I
that
put
is
out my
very
Aquaman video, I said I wanted him slow and tanky, and then you had yours
and I
out
was
and it
saying I
said
want
you
him
wanted him
fast.
fast, and a lot of people were arguing about it, and I was like, he
There's
wants
no
his
right answer
fast
to it.
because he wants his to do something specific.
I read that
I want
comment.
mine to be slow because I want him to be tanky. Like
I liked your
there's
comment.
reasons why
I
we
like
do
that.
these gear. Like I set up gear in certain ways, and there's reasons why you
Yep.
set up gear in certain ways because you want your character to do something specific, and then I want my
Yep.
character to do something other than that. Like so.
Yes. There's goals.
Hmm.
There's goals in mind for what. And now that I've started hitting very very late end game, like now that I'm in the 50s, like I am like he needs more defense.
Hmm.
And but then it comes back to the only reason is because then his badge 30 is going to give him and Mara that whatchamacallit, that
And you want that to
school of
last
fish for the
all
first.
turn. Yep.
I want that to last
That
very
was my
long.
whole
And
thing is like so you did yours, but you're like I think when you did yours, yours
I was
was
the other
rank 8.
passive.
Yeah, yours was rank
Yep.
8, and you wanted him to go fast so that he could
Because
do
of
his
the
buffs in the
strong
beginning.
attack and the heal.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
But they, see,
I
they serve.
definitely
There's
think
no. Mhm.
I definitely think that certain gear sets can work at different, I guess, checkpoints of a character. So like
Yep.
your gear might be different at rank 8 compared to like a rank 10. As where when I do my guides, they're all based off like rank 10 badge 30 characters.
Yep.
And sometimes it
Yep.
doesn't always work because their stats aren't there yet or they don't have specific skills put into them. But
Yep.
like the long-term I'm looking at the long-term investment when I make guides and stuff. It's not I do my play testing, then I'm like, okay, where's this character going to be once he's badge 10 or
Yep.
badge 30 rank 10, and then I make
Yep.
my guide
And
based off that.
And here's the craziest thing. And once we get Killer Frost,
Oh,
this might all
they're
change
going to
again.
Frostbite. I'm telling you now. Both
Oh,
those
100,
characters are
dude,
going to
and
Frostbite.
Frostbite's gonna be busted. I
Mm-hmm.
don't like you. Anytime a synergy is based on a hard CC,
Mm-hmm.
that synergy is busted,
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Yep.
Because it's like saying you get five. Isn't it 5 stacks, and then you get the
Mm-hmm.
then they're frozen.
Mm-hmm. Supergirl.
Yeah, and yeah, and
She
then
needs a
not only are
rework, by
you
the way.
healing. Oh my
Big
god.
time.
Oh, they also need to rerun her.
Yeah. See, I would like the season before the season before that team is released. If there's a character that belongs in that team that's already out, they need to rerun the banner.
Like here's let's. Why are they rerunning Bride right now?
I don't know. I pulled her in like 20 summons, so I'm happy with it. But
It's because of Halloween, but
I
it's
don't think
because of Halloween.
anybody should
Someone
be
was like,
summoning for her. She's just
I,
not
I
a good
went, I went,
character.
even with the rework, she was not. I mean, it's 20% damage reduction.
No, so like that was one team that like we saw the rework and then we were like, okay. And then I waited because I was like, I don't want to build this team because they don't look good. Like they look super niche. Like they're not gonna work anywhere. And I
Yep.
waited like a week or two, and I was like, they were like, the older players came back and they said, hey, these characters suck. Don't invest. And I was like, okay, good. I won't.
Yep.
I
They're
just
not.
didn't.
I mean, it's frustrating, and yeah. Again, I will say this: there are characters that are meant to be good, and there's characters that are meant to be bad, and that is just the nature of these games. And unfortunately, if it's the character you like that's bad, it sucks.
Yeah. Make sure
I
you
mean, if
spend a
they
lot of
make
money on
if
them.
yeah,
They
I
might
mean,
be good.
if this game survives long enough and they make Batman Beyond suck,
Oh, don't
I'm
say
gonna
that.
storm
Don't say that.
San Francisco, like with their offices. I'm gonna be like, how dare you?
Do you know who I am?
You know who I am. Terry McGinnis deserves better than this.
All right. So as far as the next Brother Eye recalibration, what do we want to see? I know you said bug
I want to see a
fixes.
rework I want to see a rework to Supergirl. I want to see. I mean, if anything, I mean, here's the thing. I also okay. I don't even care about the. I'm gonna come back to. I'm gonna reference this game again. Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle.
Mm-hmm.
They do what's called an Easy A. They buff characters
Mm-hmm.
weekly, every other like couple of weeks that synergize with the summonable character.
Yeah, but that game's been out for like 20.
Yes, but here's the thing: they released 14 characters at once, and I'm like, we all knew the amount of bugs that were about to happen
Oh yeah, yeah,
were
yeah.
going to be astronomical. Because you don't release 14 characters at the same time and change all 14 with, and then mind you, those 14 are interacting
Yeah.
with the other 60 plus,
Mm-hmm. You have to
and
go
I'm
through a
literally sitting there.
lot of playtesting before you do something like that. That's why I don't really care for the Brother Eye updates because we know as soon as those kits are
Mm,
released, they're going to be plagued with bugs until they get fixed, or like the characters now, they just didn't get fixed. They're still bugged.
yep.
The only one that got
So
fixed was Aquaman. And that's
and
because
oh, and
and that's
then
because people just spent money on him.
yes, that was, and I made sure to make a video so that they would fix that real quick because I when I see these, but like, and they still haven't fixed Carol, by the way.
No, they
Um,
won't. They don't like fixing bugs.
They don't, and but that's also what's plaguing this game.
Hmm.
And so that's where I come back to. What do I want to see fixed? I want to see bug fixes.
Hmm.
I want to see a quality of life on how they develop care on their like I want to see a Brother Eye update on how they're managing the game.
Yeah.
I want to see updates. I want them to engage players. How hard is it to just create a beta server? Or like a test server where we can just test the characters out. Oh, like give us 2 weeks in advance and we can literally tell you the bugs that are there. And then like there are players that will run this for hours and they'll figure it out. And then you and I can run like 11, then we can run the five. Like imagine how hype it would be if we ran all five poison characters and do a in-depth analysis. This is what Genshin figured out very early on in their life cycle,
Hmm.
is to run beta circle. Well, it was Honkai Star Rail figured that out very quickly,
Hmm.
and they started realizing, oh, let's get you know who are the best advertisements? Content creators.
They don't even have to do that, dude. They just release a playtest server for everybody. Then everybody can get on, make characters they want to make, build
You know
teams
why
they
they're
want to
not going to do
build.
that? They're not going to do that.
No, they're
They'll
not going
never
to do
do
that.
that.
But
That's because then the people would know way too far in advance what they want.
yeah,
I don't think I've seen a game ever do that. And I don't think they'll ever do that, unfortunately. Because part of it is also we can because they're going to give us if they what would end up probably happening is they just give us very built up accounts and then we just test it,
well,
right?
so
And
all they would have to do is so whatever characters are releasing that season, right? They have
mhm,
us. They just give us all those characters. They give us enough resources to rank 10 them and badge 30 every single one of them. And then we go in and we can play test from like rank 8 up at every single level. And then the way that
mhm,
we would do that is they would give us like scripted, no, not scripted PvP matches, but like PvP matches against like every single team. I don't
mhm,
know how they would do that. Well, I guess you could do that, but so
mhm.
PvP matches against every single like primary team, nothing like crazy or out of the ordinary, but
Right.
like give us
They just have like
block,
like
burn,
a dev team.
yeah, block, burn, sacrifice, like all the teams that you've currently have in the game.
Yep.
Give us that, and then allow us, and then open up all the game modes so we can test against every single Evil Falls boss, all the league challenges,
Yep.
um, the convergence stages. Am I missing anything?
League,
Crisis
Convergence,
Watch, league, yeah, the league
Crisis
challenges,
Watch. I mean, I'm just good at they just
story, everything.
story.
Yeah,
I think I'm just good. It's just like give us the kit, just give us like a full account that has level 300, has everything on it. It's like literally just maxed out, and
yeah,
then we say, okay, here's what the characters do. This is what they do at max, because then we have the opportunity to say, okay, at max. Now, what does that mean? What they're going to do at 8? No, we don't know, but it gives us this idea, and I hate to say it like this, and I don't like I have to think very much like I'm trying to empathize with them as much as possible. So people that I'm not trying to be a shill. I'm trying to literally just empathize with the company, which they're never going to empathize with us. So I don't know why I'm doing that. But the thing that I say is like we see them at rank 15, and you're like, oh my god, they just murked this other team, and you're like, oh my god, and then everyone's really excited and everyone wants to summon. And then if you're like, I don't want to run poison, great, don't summon.
yeah. No, it's
But
basically it. We just need to be able to play test the characters,
and that's
either at max rank or allow us give us a test server where we're allowed to upgrade their kits net like by ourselves.
yes,
And that way we can test them at
yes,
every single stage, and then kind of let people know where they should summon to and where they should
yeah,
stop, including
yeah.
like badges and everything.
I don't think. See, here's the thing. I don't know if they're going to give us even that because then I think what because if here's here
You
I know
just
this
give us
sounds
an
terrible
NDA
again.
and say you can't talk about this until the release of the
They're
character.
probably just going to give you a rank 15 character if they just gave you a rank 15 because then what it ends up doing is you see the character at max potential.
No, see, I don't like the rank 15 because
I'm not
it's
saying I
not
like it,
viable for people. Like people are like hardly anybody's
but it
ever going to get to the
sells it.
point where they rank 15 characters.
I 100%. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not.
I
But
just want to I just
when
want to
I
see
am,
characters at rank 10, badge 30. That's it. You can
but
give me
here's the
that.
thing. Here's the thing. Then if it doesn't go well, it doesn't sell the character. And so then it comes back to we want you to sell us we want you to sell the characters. How do you sell the character? You make them rank 15. That's now again, am I arguing,
Mhm.
am I disagreeing with you in any way, shape, or form? Hell no.
Yeah.
Excuse my language. But like I think about what they want because they want everyone to summon all the time, everywhere, all at once, which you and I will always tell people, if you have 3 teams, just build those teams and don't worry
I usually
summoning.
let people make their own decisions. Like I give
Right?
out the kit information. I say this is where they're going to be good at. I say if you're not building this team, don't pull this character,
Don't
and
summon.
then you do what you do. Like
Yep.
it's
Yep.
not my fault if you summon Swamp Thing and can't build out the poison team. I told you
Yep.
that he's only going to be super useful in the poison team.
100%. I
Like
agree with you.
it's not my fault if you summoned him and now are like, why did you tell me to summon him? I didn't tell you to summon him.
And that's
You did it. You summoned your
you
account.
did you, boo boo.
Yeah, like I didn't tell you to summon on him. I said if you can't build all 5 of these poison characters, don't bother.
Then don't summon.
Yeah. Now,
But
granted, do
I
I think
agree.
it's the worst mistake to get legendaries? No. and that's because you can build
Oh,
them in the future. But it's
yeah.
going to take you a long time to build certain characters. So, I mean, it is up to you at the end of the day whether you want that legendary or not. Plus, chances are we'll probably get reruns at some point, and then you can pull them
Here's the
then.
thing. Here is I don't understand, and we'll make this our last talking point too,
Sure,
because
yeah.
yeah, this is- I don't understand why they don't consolidate banners. And we just get. I know we talked about this in the first video, but like, remember, like, if you look at any of these games, there's a normal banner
Hmm.
where all of the characters exist.
Hmm.
We have a hero collector game, but it is almost impossible to collect heroes in. Like here, I love the new Superman movie, right? I want to make my Superman rank 15. I love Mr. T team. Why can't I do that?
Because you didn't spend enough money.
Yeah, there you go. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. But if you put every season, you told me I could put a single. I could have I don't like a selector. But if I got to the 100, leave the pity on this like consolidated banner. Again, I'm like, if you said here's 100, it's 100,
Hmm.
right? And every season you can get one character, one. You can do a desired for one, and
Hmm.
that means you'll auto get them.
Hmm.
Now, I have to use sets on that banner,
No,
but again,
encrypted
hold
tokens.
on. Then I would push them to leave it
Just
at
so
150.
just
If we
just
did,
move just move the two legendary banners, not the featured ones. The ones where like
oh, I see what you're
it's
saying. Just
almost
consolidate
point.
everything into
Dude,
one.
just move those two banners into the encrypted banner, and then have a desired legendary character at 150 pity, and then every time they
Do that.
summon 150 on there. But they also need a separate currency because we're not going to be able to use encrypted tokens on those and new epics that are coming out. So they have to create a brand new currency for that.
I think
Otherwise, it's just not
this
going
is
to
where they
work.
go. I think the Genshin model. This is where you go with the Genshin model,
Yeah.
or this is where you have a normal currency and a limited currency, and it's simple. It's simple. It's easy. You have a normal currency and a limited currency. Limited currency is for the new characters, and and then they just rerun the new characters over and over and over and over and over again. Like there's a new banner, and then there's a rerun banner, new banner, rerun banner, and then you have the normal banner. Normal banner has encrypted tokens where we get the old legendaries, and then they rerun, and in every couple of, like, every week you're rerunning a new or an old featured character, and then boom shakalaka.
So I understand the idea. The problem is we don't have enough SETs to be able to do that.
Yeah, but they've also, I mean, I agree. I'm not arguing with you on that one. But if we're saying put all of those characters back in old characters, like the release characters, into the encrypted token banner, they're gonna say, well, we need some way to push people to want to buy sets, and that's where
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
for
say,
the new legendary characters.
yeah, and I would say any legendary after the release legendary. So like starting with DCU Superman, and then every week they rerun a new, like, DCU Supes, then they would rerun Spawn Thing, then they would rerun Peacemaker, then they would rerun Aquaman, then they would rerun whatever, right? They just keep rerunning these. See, here's the thing though. Now I'm not saying I agree with this, but I'm telling you this is how Hoyoverse has done it, and they've made a boatload of money doing it. All I'm saying is that then the caveat is then you put all the legendaries, the older legendaries, on the encrypted token banner. Unfortunately, then that's the give and take, because then I would love games to be super generous. Unfortunately, these models are not super generous,
Well, so
and
it wouldn't be right. So
mm,
even if we kept it super encrypted tokens, like even if they didn't make a new currency, you would still have to be smart with your encrypted tokens. Like you couldn't just summon 60 times on
mm,
that banner every week, or make it a limit, make it to where you're only allowed to summon 20 times on that banner a week, and then because the new elite characters are coming out anyway, so you're gonna have to summon for those if you are building that
I
team.
see what you're saying. So you're saying like they do with the weekly ones, where it's like you get 50 summons, or 30 to 50 summons, depending on if you have the pack.
Yeah, so move those, like the two legendary banners that like nobody ever rolls on because they got
No
old
one's betting on
legendary.
those anyways.
Huh?
No one's spending it. Well, you know
I
what?
mean,
Here's
I
the thing
do,
about
but
those, though. Here's the thing. Those have the new legendaries on them. Once they're off the
yeah, but
whatchamacallit, once
it's
they're
two
off.
seasons after they're. So keep it
No, no,
like
no.
the
They're
same as
they're
it
off the
is.
week over. No, they're in that banner the second they leave.
Oh, then just no. Okay, so then they would have to make it to where the older characters don't come out until 2 seasons after.
See, here's my thought process. I think I will say this. This is what Genshin has done. And again, do I fully agree with it? No, but I think there's merit in the way that it works. And but at the same time, this is a different model.
Yeah.
And I think they need to account for this is that they're treating this as if we need one copy of a character. We do not need one copy. We need 20 legendaries and I think it's 30 epics. So the model in its current form, and yeah, I get it, it's 15 for end
Oh,
game, but
you're
it's
talking
still
about rank
stat.
15 characters?
Yeah, rank 15.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying is that in the end of the day, here you and I are just content creators.
Mm-hmm.
They're the business people. Moral is their model ain't working. We know this because they're losing money. So they need to figure it out. And my general consensus is there is too many pities and they need to consolidate. I mean, if it was up to, I think what we're both saying is that personally there should just be a limited banner and there should be a normal banner. Simply put,
Mm-hmm.
normal banner is encrypted tokens. Normal banner is where you pick up legendaries that are returning or old or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, and then the limited new banner, the sets. That's where and if you want to keep it at 150, keep it at 150. But then they need to consolidate now because
Mm-hmm.
then it's like you can get any, and then like you said, then they keep the league recruitment structure as the same thing, and then 2 seasons later, that legendary is now thrown into the encrypted token
Mm-hmm. Like
pool.
they just need a banner with a general pool in it. So the general pool would just be everything that hasn't come out in the last 2 months. Boom.
Yep,
Boom.
yep,
There we go.
yep. And then honestly, you can use your encrypted token, and then when and then epics, the new epics come out,
Mm-hmm.
you can run them with encrypted tokens like this, but there also needs to be a pity on those
Yeah. We definitely need a
there
pity
just
on
needs to be
those
a pity.
freaking banners. I still don't
Make
know
it,
why we don't
yeah.
have it. There's no
I
way
just,
people should be going 300 tickets and not pulling the freaking epic.
you don't say.
Yeah. No, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
You
so
could
everyone
spend
that
more
doesn't
money
know.
trying to pull one epic than you could pitying a legendary character.
Yep. Yep. I say that
Ridiculous.
because that happened to me.
Yeah.
So for people
Ridiculous.
that don't know, I went 480 encrypted tokens for 2 Judo Masters. The most painful summoning experience of my
Didn't
life.
even get to rank 8 him.
Nope. I got him to rank 7.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I got him to rank 7.
Okay.
Oh, long story short, I think if we were to conclude okay, let's conclude this video with this. What do you think needs to change? If you were to say in the next month, by
Everything
the
we
end of the
just
season,
stated.
what do you want to see? What
Everything we
if you
just
were to summarize it into a couple bullet points? What would you say?
pity change. More resources. Character fixes. Maybe a banner change too.
Yep.
I don't know if all that could get done in the next month.
Mm.
I'd say it would take them 4 months if they got on
Yeah,
it right
I can see
away.
that.
But
I can see that.
if we wanted to give them a little bit more time, 6 months. But by then,
Yeah.
is it too late? I think
I mean,
that's the question. Is how long are people going to play the game before they're like, I'm just completely done with it, and then no matter what changes they make after that, they'll just never come back.
I think they need to create temporary changes and then long-term changes. I think a temporary change right now is they need to reduce all the pities to 100 for the legendaries. Just for the short term, you reduce everything while you figure everything else out. You just reduce it to 100.
What I think would be healthy is we keep the Brother Eye update. Let's say they do that every 2 months, right? They do a new Brother
Yep.
Eye update every 2 months where those are major game changes, right?
Yep.
Like character reworks, things like that. In the meantime, every week we should be getting some kind of patch or update that is fixing something that's broken in the game or adjusting something that needs to be fixed.
Ditto.
And I think
Ditto. There
that
should
I think
always
the
be a
health
character
of the
fix.
game will skyrocket if they do that.
Yep. Change the pity. Create a long term. I think that they should be releasing those end game modes. I think go back, like even if it's, I don't care if it's busted right now. Not why I do care if it's busted, but I want that end game mode. Bring it back. Why is it not back? That was like easy content for them. With the eighth medals, just bring it back. Leave it up for the season and let it be something that I can continually work on.
Well, that's another thing
On a
too. Is
stream,
they need to give us more eighth medal because free to play players are only getting like what 40 a month from the battle pass or from
no,
the
that's
security plan.
the arena, not even the security. Because you also get them from the arena. You get
You
10
get 10 a
from the
week,
arena.
right? In the
Right,
elite
so you get
arena.
40 from the arena, and then you get
But that's if you're winning all
50.
your matches. Like if you're not winning all your
Yes,
matches, you're not getting those every week.
yes, you get 50 a season. Not 50 every 4 to 5 weeks. You're winning, and you're taking the battle pass. You get 90 total, which is not enough to even rank 8 to 9 a single legendary.
They need to up it, or they
I
need to
agree.
give us
I mean,
another way to earn them.
I agree. And then if you're gonna like, there's two things that I would say bring if the either you up the eighth medals, right, and then you keep things the same, but you just up the
No, you
eighth
up the
medals.
eighth medals and drop the legendary pity. You drop it to
I
100,
agree,
up the eighth medals to where you get.
and I think that's a
Let's see,
short term
to rank
solution.
10, to rank 10, a legendary, you need 140. So you give us 140 a month.
Oh, you need sorry, you need one. It's $100.
From 9 to 10, you need 140. So give us
9
140
to
a
10.
month. That way we're still able to, you know. Because we're not even getting that. Like we're getting what? That it was 90 a month?
Yeah, but that's I think here's my thought. For free to play, and this is going to be a hot take, I think they should give you 90. 90 will get you there. I think 90 a month. Because if we're doing 140, then what's the point of summoning?
Because you still need to get copies. Like I'm just saying. So from rank 9 to 10 is 140.
Mm.
So if I'm only getting 140 a month, like
Yeah, but
I'm
then
still not
if
really
that's
getting
full free to
anywhere.
play. But that's if you're free to play. If you're a spender, you get the 50 from the battle pass.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then you get the 140. So you get 90 free to play. I think if they did 90 a season in different ways, in different, like, you'd have to play all over the place, right? Like they're dispersed
Or just
throughout the game.
give us bi-weekly events where we can earn like 10.
Or here's the thing. Here's the craziest thought to that is then one thing is that they could give um that event. Every season you leave that event up that gave the end medals and the epic fragments.
Yeah. Well,
Leave it up for a
we need to
season
see
and
that
that's where
return
you get the
without the
extra.
bugs.
Yeah, well, all
I
right.
don't want to
Well,
see
that's I
people
think
exploiting again.
yeah,
Dog
well,
water.
that's the way this game runs.
I
Perhaps they
mean, if
they
they're
need to
only
get on
getting
that.
3-day bans, then I mean, they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, that needs to be perma bans, but that's yeah. They need to get on those bugs. They
I
need the
don't know
bugs.
if you can ban somebody for a I don't think you should get perma banned because the developer messed up and couldn't code
Yeah, but
correctly.
here's the thing: they're using mods. A lot of them are using mods.
Not for that event, they weren't. They were just resetting
Oh no,
characters
no, no!
because of
For
an
that,
oversight.
that's their own
I
fault.
don't know
That's their
about
own fault.
mods. I
But
don't know.
oh no, no, the people that are they're using modded APKs,
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
why they're getting
I
a
think
3-day
I've seen a
bans.
couple videos of like people trying to
Yeah, I
promote.
watched a couple things already. I was like, well, I'm not. Yeah. All right. Well, I actually need to get going to take care of my kiddo.
Yeah, you're
But
good, man. I appreciate you hanging out with me, man.
yeah, man, it's been fun. I've been appreciating the chat. These are so I think we'll do these I think we'll do these once a month.
You want to do them monthly
Um,
instead of seasonal?
yeah, I think it's because I think one of the things is that there's Here's the thing: we're gonna get the poison season this season,
Mhm.
and then I guarantee we're gonna get another legendary. If you ask me who I think there's leaks on what the next legendary is gonna be.
Yeah, I've seen them. I'm excited.
Yeah,
We'll see.
if that's true, here's the thing. I'm just gonna say this: they didn't just buff 3 of the 4 Green Lanterns for no reason. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You
But
just buffed 3 of the 4 of them. You're showing your hand a little bit too
no,
much
because
there.
even Guy got a buff.
Yes,
Well,
he
not a
did.
buff, but he
That's
got a kid
that was the
adjustment.
third one though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Jess um,
Just and got
and John
Dawn.
got
Yeah.
huge buffs. Yep,
Hal
and then
didn't,
Guy
but
got a little one.
Hal's still S tier, so
Hal
he
doesn't.
doesn't really need
Yeah,
a
Hal
change.
doesn't need it. I was like, I even said in my thing, I'm like, if you buff Hal, y'all on crack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then they're also buffing Mr. T's team. Because
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, I don't think they'll buff Hal. The only legendaries I think that need, and I know we're closing out, but the only legendaries I
yeah.
think need a rework are Martian Manhunter
Here's the thing though,
and
you buff
Supergirl.
Martian Manhunter, you're gonna buff the sacrifice team.
I'm cool with that. I don't think they're crazy. I think they're decent, but I don't think they're
I
crazy. I'd like to see them get
Here's the
crazy.
thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. Wait till you have to deal with an invulnerability team that just heals right back up because of Pandora's team synergy and removes every debuff you just put on them. I've seen it destroy a block team. Like a well built. I'm just but then again, it also here's the one issue with block. If they don't block, then you're dead. Like that's the one issue with block, and that's people talk about the block team as if it's this crazy, amazing. It's an amazing team, but one ult getting through their block and they're screwed. I will say that people talk about it like it's crazy, and the amount of times I've actually really have like Superman. Oh, my team just didn't block. Never mind.
All right, bud. We'll check back in at the end of November. Sound good?
Yes, because by that point we should see the new because here's my last thought and the
Mhm.
reason I think they're gonna release another legendary. When would that legendary come out? Right around Thanksgiving when Black Friday is in play. There's
Yep.
no way they're not going to take advantage of that. If there's anything this game wants to do, it's monetize. And that is monetization season.
They'll find a way to do it for sure.
They will find a way. Where there is a will, there is a way.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, go over to Mr. Squirrel's channel and like and subscribe his video, the first part as well. And we will catch you guys in the next one.